Hey, hey, Katie.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. I'm so excited to be here in my home. What a treat. My name's Katie. I'm a comedian and I'm poor. Surprise. I'm so broke. Even before this, I would never have been able to summer in the Hamptons. But instead what I do is I fall in the shower. It's just like a vacation. You go somewhere. It's over in a blink. The x-rays or pictures of your adventure no one wants to see. Um, I'm not saying you have to be rich to have a good time, but I am saying if you grew up poor and your memories are too good, your parents may have brainwashed you. Do you remember Spuds McKenzie? He was a dog mascot for light beer in the 80s, the late 80s. There's a poster of him where my dad worked. He was a pit bull that wore Hawaiian shirts. I loved Buds McKenzie so much when I was 4 that one time my parents took me to meet him. But then as I got older, I realized that my parents just told me that I met him. They can just do that. I probably looked like a dang fool, excited to meet some random dog, and all he wants to do is finish his beer in peace before he has to go home to his bitch of a wife. Uh, the richest person in my family is my Aunt Ramona. She's got so much shmoney. That's what she calls it because of the schmood stabilizers. Turns out you're not supposed to take them with Schmerlow. Ugh, I love tap water. That's just a non sequitur. My Uncle Bob used to be rich. He was the CFO of Bennigan's. You probably know how that ended. And if you don't, meet me at the closest Bennigan's and I'll tell you. Anyway, now he sells diet supplements for a multi-level marketing company. I'd call it a pyramid scheme, but I don't want to get in trouble with my Egyptian fan base. He's so good at it. He's already at some made-up level like Triple Diamond. He's a born salesman. He uses the same trick as drug dealers, like the first taste is free. One year for Christmas, he gave the entire family diet supplements. He made us try the special energy drink in front of him. And after 10 minutes, every single person was like, oh, my stomach hurts. And he goes, that's how you know it's working. He was the only one who got coffee that day. I think I just love a man who's never wrong. That's why I live in Georgia. We've got guys like Brian Kemp. He's the governor of Georgia and a sentient piece of cornbread. He reopened Georgia mid-pandemic. It is crazy. Like pretty soon we won't even be able to pretend that we're better than Florida. I think Florida gets a bad rap, you know. I was born there and I lived there as an adult. And I think if you actually go there, you'll find out that bad rap is called reggaeton. Again, I hope I don't lose my Egyptian fan base. You know, sure, there's a lot of broken bad people in Florida, but learn from what they're doing. Like if you aren't traditionally valuable, learn how to lie. So you can put a spin on what you are good at. Like that motel that doesn't have a broken ice machine. It's got an ice machine and a handwritten sign that says, who knew something cold could be this warm? Actually, it says, who knew something cold be this warm? Because spelling is hard. But this ice isn't. You've heard of dry ice? Well, this is wet ice. Are you a freak show? Charge admission. One time my parents took me to St. Augustine, and I wanted to go to Ripley's Believe It or Not. They had the world's tallest skeleton, a 2-headed cow, a two-faced kitten. She talked about everybody behind their backs. And my mom thought the tickets were too expensive, but then my dad assured her that it was a lot now, sure. But he explained later I could see all those monsters for free whenever I closed my eyes. Still do. Just did. I don't love it, but I am sure that I saw it in real life. I think the universe is in constant flux, and Florida is the most fully in sync with the ebb and flow of the universe. There's no winning or losing in Florida. There's only expanding and contracting. It's like breathing. Inhale. You work at a McDonald's inside a Walmart. Exhale. You own a full-sized McDonald's. Inhale. That was PCP. Exhale. You're wrestling a cop. Inhale. You're kissing an EMT. Exhale. You're getting a tattoo from your cellmate. Inhale. You work at a McDonald's inside a Walmart. I lived in Orlando for 4 years, and I recently went back after a decade away, and it was really cool to see how much it had transformed. It felt like a huge metaphor for my life, but when I tell people about it, I feel like some white trash motivational speaker. You know, when that strip mall got a check into cash, when it realized that a check into cash was there the whole time. Like, it's really hard to describe something so personal to people, even people you're close to. Like, I was catching up with my friend who has never left Central Florida, and I was like, look around. This is the land of new chances. That place that once rented furniture now sells furniture. That chiropractor's office used to only be at the Hut. And that Exxon where someone was shot is now a BP where no one has died yet. If those monuments to bad decisions have changed, maybe I have too. And then she was like, are you going to hold my baby or not? I'm next on the main stage. And I didn't hold her baby because it turns out I haven't changed that much. But just think about it, you know, a stripper dancing with her baby. I dare you to not feel optimistic about the future. Before I go, I think I have like 2 minutes left. Is that right? I don't know. I've been keeping time, kind of. Let me look. I've been on stage for 100 hours. All right, fantastic. So I noticed that, and I'll close with this, in summation, I noticed that middle-aged Southern women don't like me and my comedy. And I thought, what kind of comedy do they like? You know, and I came up with 2 answers. Jeff Foxworthy and humorous signs you hang in your bathroom that have puns about alcohol. And I want these hicks to like me and give me their money. So I wrote some jokes just for them, and I think I nailed it. Here we go. If you have a dry body and a fruity finish, you might be a red wine. If you make me happy, then sad, then tired, then sick, you might be a red wine. If you sometimes need to breathe undisturbed for a few minutes, you might be a red wine. If you stain my Nana's partials one color and her real teeth another, you might be a red wine. If you aren't supposed to be mixed with Xanax, but my Aunt Ramona knows what she's doing, you might be a red wine. If you make my Aunt Ramona reveal her husband's dick don't work so she knows what she's not doing, you might be a red wine. And if you got your 23andMe results back and can't stop telling people you're 1% African, you're definitely a white wine. All right, that's my time. My name's Katie Hughes. Goodbye, Internet.